I got to go to 2 different places in Hawaii.
Hello friends, and welcome to our channel. We're Marianne and Gord, 2 hopeless adventurers from Northern Ontario. We invite you to come along with us as we renovate our 1984 Ford E350 motorhome, the Diesel Duchess, and then hit the road with no destination in mind, just following the sun and the warmer weather and exploring all the nooks and crannies along the way. Are you ready? The time is now.
Hi everyone. This episode is a little different from our other episodes. This one is actually happening in real time. It's December 23rd today, and we are on the road leaving Prescott Valley on our way back to Quartzsite. A week ago, Saturday, we had headed north out north of Phoenix.
Yeah, we had spent, what, 4 or 5 days north of Phoenix maybe at that point. But there was a good window in the weather where it was a little bit warmer because previously we couldn't get really north of Phoenix.
Yeah.
So the weather looked decent, and we really wanted to explore some areas up there, which you'll see in future videos. Super future videos.
Super feature videos, yeah.
But, you know, as we were going along, we were moving up down the road, and we rolled into Prescott Valley, heading north, and Marianne said,
"Why is the Duchess shaking?"
and we pulled into the first traffic light, and it seemed to be running fine. And you know what, the night before, I could have swore when we backed in the campsite, I smelled a little bit of diesel fuel, but then I'm like, oh, maybe it's just me. And but then we were, I don't know, maybe an hour up the road from where we left in the morning, and yeah, it was shaking.
It was shaking every time we come to a stop or slow down. It was like,
yeah, it had a misfire.
Yeah.
And so we pulled over to the side of the road, and I assessed the situation. So we just pulled into Prescott Valley. When we got to a red light here, the engine seemed a little bit rough, like the idle was a little bit chuggy. And so I pulled off to the side here to check it out, and I see a bit of fuel on this side of the motor on top. So we'll fire it up here, have a look. Right at the threaded fitting there, so hopefully, let's see, get this in here. Oh, the fitting is tight. We were leaking fuel on number 1 injector, high pressure injector line. They're about 2,000 psi, and it was spraying fuel. So we just figured, well, we'll just bring it to a repair shop and see what they can do. We found one that was open Saturday. They were willing to look at it right away, so we headed down there and kind of left it in their trusty hands. So we found Colt's diesel repair?
Colt's Automotive and Diesel Repair.
Colt's Automotive and Diesel Repair, and Colt here's having a look at our injector line to see what we can do. Seems like the tapered seal on that thing just isn't getting enough pressure on it to seal, so we'll see how we can make out. So we attempted a couple fixes, and we weren't able to get enough pressure on that fitting, so looks like we're going to need a new injector feed line. And today's Saturday, so won't be able to order it till Monday, possibly come out of Phoenix, so maybe we'll see a part Tuesday if we're lucky. I don't know, we'll see. In the meantime, we got to find a place to hang out for a couple days in Prescott Valley.
So Monday.
And he said it's going to be no problem. Yeah. These things are common. You know, the old 6.9 diesel, it'll be no problem getting parts. We'll have you fixed up lickety split. He made it sound pretty good. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to fiddle with it. I'm just going to let them do it. And we'll just enjoy our time. The weather was still decent. And
yeah.
so Saturday we had a good motorbike ride, saw some good sights, wicked highways.
We saw some Joshua trees, which was super cool.
Yeah, got to go visit Baghdad.
And nothing. We went to nothing.
Yeah.
Literally.
The Skull Valley, which
Yeah.
some people have an issue with the name, I guess, but
It was
kind
pretty
of a
cool.
destination for us. But anyway, yeah, we had a good ride, and then Monday kind of dragged on. We didn't really get any info from the mechanic, and maybe he was having a hard time sourcing parts or having a hard time with his suppliers. I don't know. But it was like 4 p.m. Monday by the time I got the answer from him that it would be 2 to 3 weeks until he'd get a set of injector lines.
Yeah.
Which we didn't really plan on hanging around there for 2 to 3 weeks without a running RV or one that we could drive very far.
No.
So that wasn't really an option. And then by then it was 4 o'clock Arizona time, and I did a little bit of searching on the internet. Found a company in Michigan that listed full injectors line set for this vehicle because the van is different from trucks, so they're much less common. They had a set of lines. Ford ones are discontinued. These were aftermarket ones. But 4 o'clock Arizona time, it's 6 o'clock Michigan time, so I couldn't even call them an order or anything. So we waited till the next day.
Lots of tears on my part.
Marianne was stressed out.
I was very stressed
We were
out.
going to get it fixed, but I wasn't too worried.
I did not want to. I squirrel. I did not. I didn't have a lot of faith. I was pretty brokenhearted. Sort of felt that we were going to end up spending Christmas in Prescott Valley in the gravel parking lot of the Elk Center.
Oh,
You
that's
know
another
what?
thing.
Yeah.
At the Elks Lodge, we spoke to the campground host there, Walter. He was like super
Oh,
accommodating.
so nice.
Yeah,
so nice.
it worked out really good as a place to stay. It was right in town basically, and I could zip everywhere on my motorbike, and got to know Prescott Valley really well.
So yeah, I definitely struggled. I'm not gonna lie, but it all worked out. The next day, Gord was able to get a hold of the company with the parts, and they sent him out.
They had injector lines in stock,
Yeah.
and they had injectors in stock too, and I figured, well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with my injectors, I don't think, but they got 113,000 kilometers on them, and they're 40 years old. If I'm going to take the lines off, I'm going to put new injectors in.
They're in there anyway.
Yeah, so they had them in stock. He said, oh, no problem, I can ship them next day.
Well, no, they were shipping that. Yeah, they were shipping
Yeah.
that day. Like he'd ship them out that afternoon. They'd come
Yeah.
overnight, so we
Yeah,
get
it
them
was
the next
day
day.
shipping, so they'd be here the next day, right in my hands, right?
So we were-
like, wow, how can you beat that?
We were super excited that was going to
So
happen.
yeah, that was Tim at Diesel Innovation. No. What's the company called?
I don't remember.
It's written right here on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
where it's gonna
yeah,
be.
Tim was really good. And in the
Sorry,
long
Tim.
run, I had a lot of dealings with him because
Yeah.
as the story goes on,
Oh, the next day came.
the next day tracking showed them in Phoenix in the morning, 7 a.m., which is only an hour and a half from Prescott Valley.
Yeah,
And that's where the tracking ended.
that's where it ended. Yeah.
So then there's
delivery by 3.
Delivery by 3 p.m. No tracking updates. We're at the evening time. Nothing.
Package doesn't arrive.
So then the next morning, it was still the same.
No, the next morning it said it had changed. Oh, now it's going to be delivered the next day by 3.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But no updates on tracking. They just said, oh, it's delivered the next day.
Next day now.
It's like, well, how can that be? Tracking isn't updated. So I waited till the UPS office opened. There was a UPS customer service not far from where we were at the campground, and I went down there. They still actually weren't open, but Paul, the guy there, he was super accommodating too. He come out the back door when he heard me pull up and searched my package, and he let me know within a couple minutes. Oh, this is after we had called customer service.
Oh
at
yeah,
UPS in
I'd
the
spent
morning.
I don't know how long a
Marianne
line with
spent a
UPS.
long time with them in the morning. They couldn't give any answers, and they said, oh, we'll call you back within an hour. They never did.
They still haven't called us
Paul was super
Paul was
good,
great.
and he said, you know what? The last time this package was tracked wasn't in Phoenix. That was only a virtual tracking. The last time it was tracked was in Kentucky. The last time
Louisville, Kentucky.
somebody had their hands on it. So he said, and it hasn't updated since then. So he says, I think it's lost, or it's going to turn up somewhere down the road, but it ain't coming here soon. Yeah. So then I got back on the phone with Tim at the park supplier in Michigan, and I explained to him the situation that we're kind of stranded and we need these parts as quick as we can, and I convinced him to ship us out. I said, I'll pay the shipping, just send us another set. So he ended up shipping us out another set. He had another set in each stock. Good thing.
Yeah.
Sent us out another set. Next day shipping again. Boom, the next day by 10 a.m. or 9 a.m.
Yeah.
They were in
here.
Prescott Valley.
Yeah.
I delivered them to the UPS customer service center where Paul worked, and I went in there before they even opened. They let me in the back door, fixed me up, boom, I was good to go. So I'm here at the UPS depot. The second shipment of parts that were sent out yesterday overnight actually look like they are here now. I had them shipped directly to the depot. So I'm going to go in and see Paul here. He's a really good guy, and fingers crossed he's got them. All right, I got a parcel. So fingers crossed that they're the right parts. And definitely a shout out to Paul and everybody at the Prescott Valley UPS Customer Service Center. They're not even open yet, but they let me pick up my parcel early, and they've been really helpful on tracking the other one. So thanks to them.
Tracked the original package, and then they went on a pretty good little well, they're not even back yet. So they ended up in a couple of different places in Michigan. Then they went to Kentucky. Then they went to Phoenix. And then from Phoenix, they got to go to 2 different places in Hawaii. Then they went back to Phoenix. And then we got the package. Gord called Tim again, and he had the package rerouted back to him. So hopefully the package gets back to Tim, because it's been all over the place. So
yeah, but you know what? The Christmas miracle was the second ones came overnight. They were in my hands before noon yesterday. By the time I had already rounded up the tools that I didn't have to do the job. I went to Harbor Freight, which is just down the road. It was such a perfect place to break down, because Prescott Valley and Prescott have everything.
yeah.
Except for 6.9 diesel fuel injector lines, but everything else. And yeah, I was ready to go.
Yeah,
Probably
that was awesome.
started at
Just around 2 o'clock
in the afternoon yesterday, and by 7 p.m. everything was done. It was all put back together and ready to hit the road. There we go. It's a little dark now, but a little 4 hours later or so. All the injectors are changed. All the new lines are in. The connectors that hold the lines all in place so they don't shake around are all there. And she runs, and it doesn't look like anything's leaking. So I think I can put the air cleaner and the engine cover back on. A little test drive this morning. Grabbed the groceries and all our supplies.
Yeah, now we're on the road. So
Now we're going to
Quartzsite.
Wickenburg.
Oh, we're going to Wickenburg first. Everywhere we've gone, there's either been an ad or a sign or something comes up on YouTube that says Wickenburg, and we're like,
And a couple times I'm like,
going to
where the
Wickenburg.
hell is this Wickenburg place?
so we're going to Wickenburg.
Yeah, so we got to go there regardless. It's not directly in our direction really, but we're going there because we got it.
And then we're going to go to Quartzsite, which we're super excited. When we were there before, earlier in November, we met a bunch of people there, and they adopted us, which you'll learn about in, again, a future video. But we're just so excited to be able to go there and be surrounded by them for Christmas time. Yeah, it's just
Not really our spot we wanted to be for Christmas. It was cold. It was kind of Christmassy feeling. You know, we were only supposed to be passing through the north while the weather was warm, and it wasn't warm anymore. It cooled right down the last couple of days. So, yeah, it's the 23rd, and we're on the road. So we're going to spend Christmas where we want to spend Christmas.
Exactly.
Instead of where we have to spend Christmas.
So for the remainder of this video, we're going to share with you some of the Christmas sights and lights and whatnot that we have seen over the past month and a bit on our travels. One of the main things, well, actually two of the main things, is Prescott Valley does this Valley of Lights, which they take up this great big park in their city down in the valley, which actually happened to be right below our campsite.
Yeah.
When we looked out of our bedroom window, we could see the start of the road where all the Christmas lights were going down into the valley. So one night we jumped on Gord's motorbike, and we went down and we did this lights. It's 1.5 miles, I think it was, or something like that. It was a long ways.
It's kind of funny because before we saw the Christmas lights in the campground, I had seen something on the internet or something somewhere about this drive through the Christmas lights. And I'm like, oh, I'll have to go try and find that. And then as it got dark, looked over, it's right there.
It's right there. It was pretty awesome. So we jumped on, we got in the big long, like we picked the worst day. we went like Saturday at like 7 o'clock. I don't know what we were thinking. There was like every dog and his brother was there. But it was awesome. The town does this, it runs until
January 1st or something.
sometime in January it runs. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to post a bunch of videos from that when we went and we did that. And also at the beginning of December we did a quick little side trip. We jumped on a plane and we went out to BC to help my mama celebrate her 89th birthday, and also to just spend some time with family, with my daughter and my siblings, and just sort of have a little bit of an early Christmas. And we took in the Christmas market in downtown Vancouver, which was really cool. German Christmas market. So there'll be some footage from that. Just also just some decorations from around the little towns that we've visited. Just to put you all in the Christmas spirit.
Where's your Christmas decoration?
Oh, yeah, when we went to Jerome.
Jerome, yeah.
Oh, I see, I let out a secret, but we went to Jerome. It's his fault. And we went in, and I said, I want to get Christmas ornament, you know, for the Duchess, for inside, because we have nothing Christmassy in here. And so we went in to go and find some Christmas ornaments into a Christmas store. And instead of coming out with Christmas ornaments, we came out with an ornament of our RV. She's so cute. So, and so yeah. So anyway, we're going to show you some Christmas sights, and we wish you and your families just a very, very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024. We thank each and every one of you for coming along on this journey with us. We love you to death. And keep watching, keep following. There's so much more to come. And yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. We love you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah. There's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah. Merry Christmas, baby. There's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, when December ends, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Friday night, and well, it's Saturday now, or Saturday morning, 1 or 2 in the morning, and
The time is now. It's now.
you didn't make her to Vegas.
Well, just like that GS, that deal up on Vancouver Island on that bike, all them parts. Can't always get what you want. And it's not over. We're still going.